going on, my Lion Ones? It's your boy MoashDMC back again for another video. Today's a little bit special because it has finally finished. It has finally closed. The arc that had us in the stranglehold for the last 4 years has finally finished. Curtains are closed. The final act is finished. Mic drop. Time to walk away. We're now leaving the land of Wano. Everyone's hopes are high. Some people disappointed. Carry Yamato, where you at? Who's the next Nakama? Who's the next Straw Hat? The question still remains. People are still discussing it. People are still talking about it. But we're moving from Wano. Momonosuke, Kinema came to say goodbye. Yamato waved you later. And then you jumped off a waterfall. I'm not gonna lie, kid. Great pirates make other great pirates do crazy things. If Luffy's the man made of rubber, can deflect but attract. Kid is a step above that. A man is magnetism himself. You know what's crazy? The first person to try to bring together strong pirates was One Piece Kid. The alliance of the supernovas way before Law even thought about it. And now you have Kid, Law, Luffy. Luffy takes the mantle, but Kid and Law, Three Billy, they're right there too. As the three captains decide to jump over a waterfall, they noted them to be the three wisdom kings. One's a doctor, one's an engineer, and one's a monkey. Hey, I mean, if that's not a certain bunch that you want to be a part of, I don't know what is. The Alliance, the Cross Guild, the Three Billy Gang. Now you have the Revolutionaries with Sabo, the Flame Emperor, on the run. Princess Vivi is missing. The king is dead. There's a revolution arising. Things are starting to change. The world is starting to turn upside down. The old warned the new that someday the world will come asunder. The new generation, the tower, Hawkins' car, he drew it. There's a new way to the top, ladies and gentlemen. And that is through one Luffy, Law, and Kid. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's time to get into the video. The more I sit here and the more I think about it, the more I realize that we may have a plan for something, but that does not mean Oda has a plan for something. Oda doesn't have a plan for something. Sorry, I said the wrong word. We can all sit here, we can all theorize, we can all wonder, maybe this should happen, that should happen. But at the end of the day, the man who makes the final decision is one Echiro Oda. Everyone was certain. They were rallying in the streets. Yamato for Nakama. The next Straw Hat, the last Straw Hat. The Straw Hats picked up everyone from every part of the sea. Wano just makes sense. Son of Kaido. It was a done deal. But then this man says, oh, hold on. Pump your brakes. You see, I have different plans for Yamato. We gave this young child the body of an adult, the new shogun of Wano, the man who's supposed to protect and deter the enemies of all powers. You see, Momonosuke not only faced an admiral in the face, but he didn't know that was an admiral. He didn't know the power that Greenwood could possess, but he still told Yamato to stay out of it. He said, don't fight. How can we rely on the people who are about to leave this country? Nay, Yamato, don't fight. And watch me, one Momonosuke. 2 ball breaths to the chest. Greenbow falls, an admiral, the pinnacle of the Marines' power, they say. With all that happening, Yamato stays silent. Then the next chapter we get the descending order of the Straw Hats as they join the crew, ending with none other than Yamato. 2 chapters in a row, Oda's telling us Yamato's on the ship. It makes the most sense. But one thing he didn't show us, Jinbei said one thing. I'll wait next to Captain to see if he really on this crew. And not one time did we see the interaction between Luffy and the rest of the crew saying Yamato joined. And 1057 pops up, and Yamato already said, I had a discussion. I'm staying on Wano. Some people call Kaido a fortune teller. He had future sight, but how far can he see in the future? Who knows? He said, Yamato, you are the guardian of Wano. In my stead, you will protect Wano. The tyranny of Kaido. The one thing they feared. The one thing they feared. The tyranny of Kaido. Enemies didn't think twice about it. Nah, man. Strongest creature in the world. Samurai, waterfall. That's too much work. And after one succeeds the other, one son succeeds the other. One son succeeds the father. There we go. Took the third time. Momonosuke now becomes the new shogun. Something Odin couldn't do. He said he wants to surpass Odin. Fair enough. In chimes Yamato. You trying to talk about me? You gonna get stronger than me? Obviously not Yamato. Your name's Yamato, not Odin. Yamato's still doing this seesaw, whether she's Yamato or whether he's Odin. Still very interesting. I go with Odin. Sometimes I go with Yamato. Depends. But as one son succeeds the father, here comes another. Yamato, the son of Kaido. Succeeding the strongest creature in the world. When Green Bull came, all he saw was not only a pink dragon, but then learned of the son of Kaido. The two powers that will now deter enemies from Wano. Oh, he was the strongest creature in the world. I'm not messing with that. That's his son? Oh. Pink dragon? Oh. And then the samurai. To the people of the world, Wano is still an impregnable force. The Marines may decide to go there, but not only do they have the son of Kaido, a pink dragon, but now adorned somewhere for all to see, the flag of the Straw Hats. I'm not messing with that. Come on, use your brains. A dragon, the son of Kaido, and the Straw Hats? And to even start the journey, I gotta climb a waterfall? I'm good, man. Hey, that's too much work for me. The Guardian of Wano stays to protect Wano. Do you like it? Not really. But I understand it. And guess what? When I said Oda had the final word, I gotta accept it. So Yamato, Odin stays back. No Yamato. So we move. And now comes the next part of the chapter. Something that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. For right reasons, obviously. Hiyori's statement. The Korozumis were made to burn. Translation issue? Most likely. I don't think Oda writes like that. We'll wait till Sunday to see. But why is this an issue? Because the theme of One Piece, Ace was a character we got introduced who felt the tyranny, not the tyranny, but the repercussions of being born in a certain bloodline, right? And the interesting part is, not only do we get that, but we also get Yamato being born of a certain lineage. One that was hated by the masses, but now is supposed to be beloved. Supposed to be loved. Interesting. So Oda sort of webs and flows these little minute details that you don't really understand. Say he does talk about the Korozumis, would be really interesting route. Condemning the family, the clan that caused all of this tyranny. But then also loving and embracing the bloodline that caused this tyranny. One Yamato, one Korozumi. Again showing that even though your blood is one way, you shouldn't judge someone by their blood, but by themselves. It's the little things he puts in there. You got to pay really close attention. So now not only do we have one Yamato staying, we now have the condemning of an entire clan. And then you think more about the intricacies of One Piece, right? Like I just mentioned. And one statement, Doflamingo Marineford, I was highlighted somewhere on Twitter, shout you out. Don't remember your @ but appreciate you. Saying that the winners are the ones who decide history, right? To us, we know the world government is a power that deterred a bigger power. They hold order, we follow it. Things that happened at Alabasta, Marines did it. Fujitora, the admiral, sort of breaking the mold, actually giving the pirate credit, essentially ascending him to the position he's at right now. History being woven. Chapter before, we also got one Shanks Talking about Green Bull again. You here to snuff all the people who just wrote pirate history? They're nothing but saplings. And the funny thing is, in that very chapter, we see Green Bull sprouting. Just like the new blood. The new pirate era has come. Wow. The new pirate era has befallen us. Let's get back into it. With all that being said, we all dial it back to Hiyori's statement. The Koizumi were meant to burn. The same panel, we see the blazed Orochi. We see Oden with a smile. Orochi in agony. His send-off warmed the hearts, but brought tears to the eyes of the onlookers. And in one fell swoop also swayed one Yamato. Again, tying it all the way back to the beginning. Yamato wanted to be Oden. Oden's final moment was made to boil. Yamato's changing point was that moment. In the same chapter that people don't realize, Oda told you about the very moment that Yamato changed and why Yamato wants to stay in Wano. But we quickly overlook it because we want Yamato for Nakama. Come on, man. Be better. The more I talk, the more I'm okay with Yamato staying in Wano. Because like I said, it makes the most sense. Son of Kaido, Pink Dragon, now got the Straw Hats back in him. Damn, that's crazy. Yamato's decision all came back from the dichotomy between Oden's decision and Hiyori's. While one faced sorrow, another faced inspiration. Yamato, inspired by the death of Oden, Hiyori, befallen by the death of Orochi. Why befallen? Because she realized what's to come. She realized everything that this moment led up to. Her father dying wove the events to where Orochi has gone to. So now we have not only the head of Dokuzuki, the birds flying, the new world, the new dawn. We have the fall of the charcoal, new moon, Orochi. So do we brandish the whole clan or just one man? Likes of him and a couple before him, Higurashi, Semimaru, both gone. Some people say that Otama is Okorizumi, but do we brandish her too? Or do we accept her for the person she is? The Korizumi meant to burn. What about Otama? How do you feel then? It's interesting how it's going to play out. I don't think that was actually what was said. I think we do get a correction on Sunday, so we wait and see. Sorry, my mouth is dry, folks. I have my water bottle over there. I haven't grabbed it one time because I've been in a good mood. So now I've talked about a couple things we missed in the chapter today. And with that, let's get it back in here. Okay. I hope you guys have followed the mindset that I've been trying to place on you throughout this video. There you go. The No Yamato situation, yes, they rubbed some people the wrong way, but it was all meant to be. Yamato was already the guardian of Wano, set to stay back and protect Wano. That was Kaido's whole thing with Yamato. And Yamato still decides to stay. Interesting note is why Yamato stayed. From that very moment, the Hour of Legends, where he held up the scabbards and pushed them to the future. To when today, Yamato can decide to stay. Son of Kaido. Hit a Yonko with some impressive hockey, and he didn't even get the half of it. Imagine he knew the devil fruit he had. Yamato's around 2.3 billion. It's Kaido's son. Protecting Wano. Crazy. And now here comes the Pink Dragon. Whether he's a small little dummy, whether he still can't control his emotions or his dragon powers, this man had not only deterred an admiral, but became brothers with a future pirate king, a Yonko. One Monkey D. Luffy. Interesting, right? So now where do we go from here? Pieces on the move. Shanks, Blackbeard, Luffy, Kid, Law, and Buggy. The Cross Guild. Things are getting interesting, folks. But the key piece in this whole situation, one thing that we missed, is that one Vivi is an honorary Straw Hat. One Vivi is now missing. Heck, Luffy is just the brother of Sabo. He doesn't really know what he's up to. Last time he let his brother be, his brother dead. Sabo is in some deep waters right now, folks, and even Dragon shook. So you think Luffy's going to stand still? Last time he hesitated, we got a donut. Lost his crew. And Buggy broke out of Impel Down. That's a lot happening, folks. A lot is happening. While we're upset about this, I feel as though it is playing perfectly. If Yamato were to go to the Straw Hats now, it'd be a little bit weird with the Straw Hats just going back to Wano with nothing, for nothing. With now Pluton not only being known to be under Wano, now people know Kaido isn't there. Some people are crazy. Some people like ancient weapons. Some people like the big guns. Yamato were to leave, those big guns will be released. Remember, Momonosuke is Momonosuke is the one that has to bring the new dawn, not Luffy. So we already know that Momonosuke is coming back. Yamato's gonna search around Wano, may find a thing or two as well. Maybe Yamato finds Pluton. Who knows? Maybe that's in the cover story. Who knows? But the reason why I say this is something we missed is because a lot of us don't realize that Vivi has to be helped. Whether she's with Sabo or not. Right? If the head of the revolutionaries is shook about what just happened, shouldn't you? So the interaction of the family tree may be coming together sooner than we think. It'd be really interesting for us to see the actual interaction between the revolutionaries and the Straw Hats. You see, they're on a crashing course whether they like it or not. Because once the king is dead, the princess is missing, you're not going to stand still. The only thing standing still right now is to ship back to Alabasta. But why? Are they waiting for Vivi? Do they know where she is? Are they worried? Their king is dead. The revolutions. So going to the next, I don't know, willy-nilly while the honorary Straw Hat is missing and your brother's out here killing kings that you were actually friends with, I don't know. Sort of feels weird to me. And not only that, we're also going to get the hype chapter. Because we haven't seen the interactions or the reactions of the Straw Hats to the news. Luffy's a Yonko, yay. What about our bounties? What about the state of affairs throughout the world? They don't know nothing. They were trapped in that whole bunker, basically. Kid knows. Law may know. The Straw Hats may have been waiting to leave Wano to actually talk about it. They talked about Pluton. How about the missing Straw Hat? The dead king. Zoro and Sanji's bounty. Who has the higher bounty? These are the important questions, people. So what we missed throughout this chapter that angered a lot is the web of history and the web of events all coming together. Like I said, Hiyori, unshaken and non-shuddering, the events of Orochi falling. Yamato, the events of a proud one falling. The difference between a true king and a true man and a weasel, a snake. You heard what they said? They cut off the final head of the Yamato no Orochi, or just Orochi. And in the sweet excellence that is Oda, gives us a story of the Yamato no Orochi. Yamato no Orochi, Susanoo cuts down the 7 drunken heads and broke his sword on one. And in that tale that he found the broken sword, he found the sword, the Ame no Murakumo. Later on meant to be one of the 3 relics, I'm probably saying that wrong, of the Japanese. And in the diamond in the rough, with the broken sword that was Orochi, One arose. The Amo Morokumo, that is Yamato. The new sword to the kingdom. To Wano. The slain dragon breeds life to the protector of another. It's interesting when you really pay attention, man. It's crazy. So now we have one missing straw hat position opening, one open straw hat position, one honorary straw hat missing. We have the rise of a true pink dragon and the sword. And guess what? Whenever there's a sword, there's also a shield. In the same chapter, the shield comes in of the flag, the Jolly Roger of the Straw Hats. Momonosuke not only has a sword, he has his shield. Ready to face any challenges to come. It's nuances, folks. It's nuances. So all that being said, I bid you adieu. That video was nice. Got a little hiccups, but I'll give you guys a third one. When I give you 3, you know I'm feeling good. The nuances of chapter 1057. People are up in arms. The Koizumi should burn. Talking about all of them or just some of them? You gotta know the details, you know? But like I said, the slaying of the Yamato no Orochi, the story of Yamato no Orochi. As one falls, one rises. They show the panel side by side, the smiling Odin. The shaken Orochi. He said the Koizumi shall haunt them for eternity. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide, they're coming for you. But the same sentence with Orochi saying that. A lineage is breeding hatred. The same lineage that decides to change in Monotama or Koizumi. Instead of hating a clan, they embrace one. And the same nuance. Yamato, son of Kaido, they embrace the lineage. So is it really the way we think it is? By that I mean, are we looking at it all wrong? Are we looking at it as all the Koizumi shall feel this way? Or that we're just waiting for the one person to make us view it differently? Some can see it one way, some can see it another. We won't know until Sunday. And because of that, I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to understand why it was written that way. Don't like it? Distasteful. Does it make sense? It's actually brilliant. Depends on which way you look at it. But either way, you can feel how you feel. Because now the final curtain on Wano Act 3 has closed. And move off to the next island. What's next? To be continued. Not gonna lie, the exit was not as good as the entrance or the middle, but at the same time, I feel as though it went decent. There's no lights in the back, so you know, just me and you today, man. So like I said at the end of every single video, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell button to come back next time I remain in Langdon, because every time you do, just know, you got a little better today. I had the perfect exit and I forgot it. Get right, don't get left. Until next time, y'all. Peace.